So their stock market in 1 year doubled. Now it's come down 40% or 50%, but it's still 50% higher than what it should be. And so it could come down another 20%. So unfortunately, that's speculation. Now China is new to global economics. They were closed economy, command economy, and so they're going to make mistakes. But let's look at it. The rest of the world, I'm going to talk about two elements. The rest of the world, the financial system is in pretty healthy condition. If you look at the US just last week generated very strong economic growth. The US economic growth is really strong.
But isn't it the nature? I think we've talked about nature and culture. If we just look at what's going on in Greece at the moment, of people, if opportunity, temptation is put in front of them and borrowing is available when the math suggests it shouldn't be, isn't it necessary for states to regulate to make sure this happens? Look, Stephen King, the HSBC economist, warned back in May of this year, the world, he said, is sailing across the ocean without any lifeboats to use in the case of emergency. Do you agree with his statement, and what do you think is the significance of it?
I think economists tend to put headline notes out so that they get quoted. And yes, there may be some validity to some of the points, but it's not as extreme as that. I think, global economy is growing. It's growing in fact, growing at 3.5%. Just not from a 50-year perspective, it's not bad growth. A lot of that growth is coming from productivity. It's good growth. Those countries that are encouraging bad growth, they are being penalized at the moment. But there's some really good fundamentals. Yes, quantitative easing is going away, which we think is good. Okay? Interest rates will rise because they have to, because you have to balance the savers and investors and borrowers. Some of the bad companies may fold, but remember, that may actually be good because it means the good companies will pick up that volume, they will employ, they will grow. And the good companies are ethical, they invest through the cycle, they are, they're very focused on the green, it's good for the economy. So just take it, you're keeping smokestack with lots of pollution, bad business practices, uncompetitive, you're keeping that alive with quantitative easing and bad economic practice, and the efficient, effective, modern, energy efficient green companies you're suppressing. And I'm arguing as those older guys go out, which they should go, the better, more efficient, and they're better policies towards the environment, towards women, towards just they're more socially responsible. So by taking away this abnormality of quantitative easing, there may be a little bit of pain. We can't only just have gain, sometimes a little bit of pain, there may be a bit of pain in the process, but it will lead to a healthier, more efficient, more effective, happier economy, happier society, and then you won't have the greases happening, because the greases only happen. Greece is that old smokestack, inefficient, ineffective, go to the beach and let other people work, and we will eat and spend on borrowed money. Do you need that? We don't need it. Everybody's got to have a certain level of work. Everybody's got to have a certain level of social togetherness and family time. And so why should one country or one people, now they're feeling the pain, they will start working soon. And life is not only about the beach, it's about balance. So we very much...
Well, your definition of the lifestyle of the Greek as beach lovers and not workers, I think there will be some who may challenge you on that. But on that note of positivity, that vision that you have described so eloquently, Adam Ismail Ebrahim, Chief Executive of Oasis Crescent, thank you very much once again for joining us on Islam Channel.
Carl, it's always a great pleasure. I've been doing this for more than 25 years. I started my career with the introduction of regulation. the Financial Service Act of 1986 in the UK. I was part of the team that implemented that. Then then we had exuberance, we had the effective 1987 Black Monday. All of these things have created the foundation, the DNA of Oasis. And remember, we're here to build the long-term wealth. We're here to be prudent. We're here to add value. And we're here to educate, so that we're here to actually get more people to fall, not say the wealthy get wealthier, but say we're part of the process of getting wealthier. And if you have a wealthier society, if you have a society who is socially responsible, looking after the less well off, and you raise everybody's standards of living, it's a much happier place. And if you pay your zakah on your investments, so the better we do, the more people are lifted out of poverty, and the more zakah is paid, the greater balance. We think Islamic finance and what Oasis is doing is absolutely fantastic, and inshallah, hopefully we can continue working in this area, working to deliver on that mandate, because the more prosperous society we have, the much nicer it is, and the more time we can actually enjoy life.
Thank you so much for joining us on Islam Channel.
It's a great pleasure. Thanks a lot, Carl. Thank you.